Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a great show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. So we spent a lot of this week talking about the Los Angeles Lakers, some of the offseason moves that they've made or the lack thereof. And the focal point of the talks right now about the Lakers is what's going to happen with LeBron James, given the fact that he opted into his $52.6 million contract, which is his last year under contract with the Lakers. And then we thought everything was good. And then his agent, Rich Paul, basically sent out a message that started to create confusion where he was like, you know, he understands that the Lakers are building for the future, but LeBron wants to win championships now and all of that. And a lot of us were like, okay, what's going on here, right? So we speculated. We've done some shows. There was reacting to some comments from Dave McMenamin from ESPN where he said that there could be a scenario in which LeBron joins the Dallas Mavericks, and that's in a buyout situation where the Lakers will buy him out of his contract, pay him his $52.6 million, and he can go sign with them as a free agent. Now, some people are like, oh, that's impossible. The Lakers are going to pay LeBron his $52.6 million regardless, right? Whether he stays on the roster or not, they're going to pay him that money. But if LeBron feels like the roster that they have is not adequate, then he can just request a buyout and he can go, right? And go play with another team because the Lakers don't have any more wiggle room. They just don't have any more wiggle. There's no magic they're going to pull off unless they trade somebody a major contract. They're not going to trade Luka because that's the guy that they want to get going into the future. And LeBron's contract is virtually untradeable unless some team goes out there and guts their entire roster, which I'm sure they're not going to do, right? And the Lakers seem to be preparing themselves for the next, not this season, coming this season after that, summer free agency, where they can go after a max guy, which now takes us to where we're really going with this show. So everybody's been reacting to the free agency movement around the NBA, and everybody's kind of weighing in. So I tuned into a segment on Gil's Arena. And on the panel this day, they had Kenyon Martin, Gilbert Arenas, of course. I believe Brandon Jennings was there. Yes, he was. Nick Young may have been there. And Rashard McCants was there. So they were talking about all of this stuff that was going down. And then Rashard McCants floats an idea. And his idea is the following. He is predicting that next season, at the end of this season rather, Nikola Jokic is going to go to LA to join the Lakers and play with his close NBA friend, at the very least, Luka Doncic. For those of you who didn't hear what Rashard had to say, I want to play his comments for you now. And when to come back and continue on the show, take a listen to what he had to say here.
Should Josh Kroenke regret his choice of words, talking about the second apron, saying if the wrong player goes down, we might have to ponder getting rid of their franchise player, Nikola Jokic?
He's telling you the business of basketball. I mean, it's just true. If somebody got hurt and it actually stops their chances of winning, then you're talking about rebuild, and then from there you got to offload assets. And if your biggest asset or your two biggest assets is Murray and Jokic, and if Murray gets hurt, basically, if Murray gets hurt and it kind of messes up the rest of this team, then we are forced to try to get under this. I mean, business-wise, we understand that part of it where, you know, we were just watching it with, you know, Boston. Right? Sitting there like, Fire say, hey, man, goddamn, Fire sale, who wants something? Yeah, everybody. Tell me what you want, put a bid in.
Everybody on the mic.
Put a bid in.
Well, it's not weird. All these owners are selling, and then all these teams making these crazy moves all at once. Shaking the We ain't never seen it shook it up like this, because Joker going to the Lakers.
No.
Joker going to the Lakers?
2 years, maybe.
2027?
It's like
Joker going to play with Luka.
Huh?
Joker going to play with Luka for sure.
Yeah, 2 years from now.
Giannis going to go to state.
I seen that.
So you heard what Rashard McCants had to say. He's predicting that Nikola Jokic would play with Luka. Now, let's examine his prediction. Is there truth to this, or could it happen? Well, it could happen from the first standpoint. It is stars can request trades any day of the week, but he's talking about in free agency, right? And that's the key part. Why? If Luka, or rather, if the Lakers are able to secure Luka and get him to opt into a long-term contract with them this summer, I think that can start, August 4th or 2nd. Then now they have a few things in place. One, they have an attractive player for Nikola Jokic to play with. Because remember, Nikola Jokic has never played with an all-star. I mean, Russell Westbrook is not an all-star currently. Jamal Murray never made an all-star team. So you now have a situation in where you have the Lakers. They have a top 3, top 5 player on their roster in Luka Doncic. He's also cool with Nikola Jokic. So if Nikola Jokic is looking at the landscape in Denver, and let's say they're not able to maybe get to the Western Conference Finals this year or get to the finals, he may then consider, hey, man, what if I just have a change of scenery and go play with Luka? Because if the Lakers get Luka, they can use him as a recruiting tool to get Nikola Jokic, because remember, that's where the relationship exists. But let's also look at this from a contractual standpoint. If we go and look at the current payroll of the Denver Nuggets, the players that they have under salary, or at least Nikola Jokic is under salary with them this season, he is expected to receive $59 million. Then next season, or rather at the end of this season, he has one more year. And in that particular case, he can either pick up that option of $62.8 million. He can opt out and negotiate a longer contract, or go somewhere else this season after. Many things can happen in the 28, 29 season, or even that season. These NBA guys can figure it out. Now, the question is, will the Lakers have enough space under their cap to accommodate a player like this? Well, quite obviously. And why is that? The reason they'll have this space is because by that time, LeBron will be gone. Now, let me give you guys some of the numbers. The Lakers currently have 4 players, okay? 4 players that are under, let me see if I can get their payroll here. Let me see if I can get their payroll. Just a second here. Let me see if I can get their payroll. The Lakers have 4 players on their roster that are making an exorbitant amount of money. So this season, LeBron is earning $52.6 million. Here are the numbers. And I'm just giving you some expiring contracts. LeBron's contract is expiring at $52 million. Rui Hachimura's contract is expiring at $18.2. So that's what, $80 million between LeBron and Rui. Then you have Dorian Finney-Smith. Well, he's gone now. Gabe Vincent has an $11.5 million contract. Maxi Kleber has an $11 million. So between those 4 guys, the Lakers after this season are going to have $100 million in cap space. And they have some more expiring contracts like Markieff Morris. They just re-signed Jackson Hayes, I think for 1 year, if I'm not mistaken. So nevertheless, these are all expiring contracts. So the Lakers are going to have a lot of wiggle room to make some moves, right? And if they wanted to get a guy like that over to their roster, they would have the financial space to do so. So I would keep an eye out on this. Now, most people don't think of this because we're like, when we think of Luka and other guys like that, we don't think of movement. We think of other players like Kevin Durant and others, Paul George and others. But I would keep an eye out on it. And there is a way that it could get done. But the key thing is that the Lakers have the cap space. And I think they'll have that. Anyway, these are my thoughts. You guys let me know if you think this could actually happen. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you on the next show. Peace.